Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into the deep end of the pool of Trump trivia with 10 rare facts that you probably didn't know. We're talking about the kind of stuff that gets buried so far down in Google search results that even the most dedicated conspiracy theorist would struggle to find it. Beneath the surface, beneath the spray tan and the questionable business decisions, lies a tapestry of genuinely bizarre and little-known facts. So buckle up, because we're about to take a wild ride through the lesser-known corners of Trump's life. And stick around, because number one is going to blow your mind. All right, let's kick things off with a real humdinger. Before the towers, TV shows, and bankrupting casinos, young Donald had a much humbler way of making a buck. That's right, folks. Donald Trump started his illustrious career by collecting empty soda bottles. Little Donnie would scurry around, gathering these discarded treasures and cashing them in for a few cents a pop. He eventually traded in the bottles for buildings, the pennies for billions, and, well, the rest is history. Bad, often baffling history, but history nonetheless. The late 1980s, a time of shoulder pads, potent hairspray, and the release of Donald Trump's very own board game, Trump the Game. In 1989, Trump unleashed this capitalist fever dream upon an unsuspecting public. It was basically Monopoly on steroids, with more glitz, more glamour, and more potential for aggressive bankruptcy. The goal of the game? To amass wealth, of course. Unsurprisingly, the game tanked harder than Trump's Atlantic City casinos. It became a punchline, a relic of 80s excess, and a testament to the fact that even the Donald can't spin straw into gold all the time. Remember that iconic scene in Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, where a young Macaulay Culkin finds himself wandering the opulent halls of the Plaza Hotel? The lavish decor, the grand chandeliers, and the bustling lobby all add to the magic of the moment. He stops a random passerby, a man with an alarmingly orange complexion and a hairstyle that defies both gravity and good taste, to ask for directions. This brief interaction is both amusing and surreal. That's right, folks, that's Donald J. Trump in all his cameo glory. At the time, he was known more for his real estate empire and flamboyant personality than for his future political career. For a fleeting moment, the future leader of the free world graced us with his presence in a Christmas movie classic. It's a scene that has since become a pop culture touchstone. Now, the story goes that Trump made a deal with the filmmakers. He'd allow them to film in the Plaza, which he owned at the time, on one condition: he got a cameo. This was a shrewd move, blending business with a touch of Hollywood glamour. It's a brief appearance, but it's long enough to make you wonder what alternate timeline we're living in, where this man went from giving directions in a Christmas movie to, well, everything that came after. It's a fascinating footnote in the annals of both cinema and political history. The Hollywood Walk of Fame, a place where tourists flock to dodge overpriced souvenirs and step on the names of their favorite celebrities. And of course, it's where you'll find Donald Trump's very own star. In 2007, long before his foray into politics, Trump received this dubious honor for his work on The Apprentice. Now, you might think that a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame would be a cherished possession, a symbol of achievement to be proudly displayed and meticulously maintained. But in the case of Trump's star, it's become something else entirely: a lightning rod for controversy, a target for vandalism, and a physical manifestation of the deep divisions he's sown in American society. Over the years, Trump's star has been defaced, destroyed, and generally treated with the kind of respect usually reserved for a discarded fast food wrapper. Now, we all know that Donald Trump loves a good spectacle, a chance to bask in the limelight and revel in the adulation of a crowd. Whether it's at a rally, a public event, or even on television, Trump has always had a knack for drawing attention and making headlines. That's right, folks, in the annals of things that actually happened, Donald Trump once stepped into the squared circle of world wrestling entertainment, better known as the WWE. It wasn't just a fleeting appearance, it was a full-blown storyline that captivated millions of wrestling fans. And not just to wave to the crowd or promote one of his many failed business ventures, but to actually participate in a storyline that culminated in a match at WrestleMania 23. This wasn't just any match, it was a high-stakes showdown that had everyone talking. The year was 2007, and Trump was riding high on the success of The Apprentice. His television persona was at its peak, and he was a household name, known for his catchphrase, "You're fired." He was paired up with WWE CEO Vince McMahon in a storyline that pitted billionaire against billionaire in a battle for, well, bragging rights mostly. The tension between the two was palpable, and fans were eager to see who would come out on top. The culmination of this epic rivalry was a hair versus hair match, where the loser would have their head shaved bald in front of a live audience of millions. The stakes couldn't have been higher, and the anticipation was electric. And who could forget the image of Trump, his face contorted in a mixture of rage and mock terror as he fought McMahon in the ring. It was a moment that blended the worlds of reality TV, business, and professional wrestling into one unforgettable spectacle. Alright, let's take a break from the high-stakes world of board games, celebrity cameos, and professional wrestling to delve into something a little more relatable. Donald Trump's diet. Donald Trump, the man who dines with world leaders and considers himself a connoisseur of all things luxurious, is, by his own admission, a fast food aficionado. That's right, folks. The man has a well-documented love affair with McDonald's, a fondness for Filet-O-Fish sandwiches, and a Diet Coke addiction that would make a hummingbird blush. He's been photographed numerous times enjoying a Big Mac, fries, and a Diet Coke, a meal that's as American as apple pie, or at least as American as a reality TV star turned politician who claims to be a billionaire. Chapter 7, folks, and we've got a doozy for you. In the annals of things that make you go, huh? Donald Trump's time capsule ranks surprisingly high. Yes, you heard that right, folks. The man who put the ego in egomaniac decided to grace future generations with a little piece of himself in the form of a time capsule buried at the Trump Tower site back in 1983. Among the items buried in this shrine to all things Trump, a copy of his book, The Art of the Deal, because of course, a photo of his then-wife, Ivana, tasteful, and a cassette tape of Madonna's Like a Virgin. Wait, what? Trump, always full of surprises. The glamorous world of commercial aviation, where dreams take flight, champagne flows freely at 30,000 feet, and Donald Trump's business acumen goes to die a fiery death. Before there was Trump Steaks, Trump Vodka, and Trump University, Shudder, there was Trump Shuttle, an airline that soared to new heights of financial mismanagement and customer dissatisfaction. In 1989, at the peak of his "I can slap my name on anything and make a fortune" phase, Trump decided to conquer the skies by acquiring Eastern Airlines shuttle service, which operated routes between New York, Boston, and Washington, D.C. He rebranded it as Trump Shuttle because of course he did, and promised a luxurious flying experience with top-notch service, gourmet meals, and, presumably, an endless supply of hairspray. The reality, however, was about as far from first class as you could get. Passengers complained about delays, cramped seats, and a distinct lack of promised amenities. Donald Trump, a man who seems to crave the spotlight more than a moth drawn to a flickering flame, has a long and storied history of failed business ventures. From casinos to airlines to steaks, it seems like there's no industry he hasn't tried and failed to conquer. But did you know that his insatiable appetite for success, and let's be honest, attention, once led him to the gridiron? That's right, folks. Donald Trump decided to try his hand at owning a football team. Not once, but twice. In 1984, he purchased the New Jersey Generals, a team in the now-defunct United States Football League, USFL. Unsurprisingly, the USFL folded in 1986, taking Trump's football dreams and millions of dollars with it. All right, folks, buckle up, because we're about to delve into the ever-shifting sands of Donald Trump's political affiliations. A journey that's as unpredictable as a roulette wheel and twice as likely to leave you feeling dizzy. His political journey is a fascinating tale of twists and turns, filled with unexpected alliances and sudden departures. Now, you might think that a man who ran for president as a Republican, the party of Lincoln, and, well, Lincoln's less impressive successors, would have a long and storied history of conservative credentials. But you'd be wrong. Trump's political history is anything but straightforward, and it's filled with surprising shifts that have left many scratching their heads. Donald Trump, the man who once said, "I am not a politician, I am a businessman, I am a builder," has a political past that's as fluid as his understanding of the U.S. Constitution. His approach to politics has always been more about pragmatism and less about ideology, making his affiliations as changeable as the weather. Over the years, he's switched parties more times than a chameleon changes colors, flitting between Democrat, Republican, and Independent, with the ease of a man who seems to view political ideology as a minor inconvenience. His party hopping is a testament to his unique approach to politics, one that defies conventional wisdom. He was a registered Democrat from 2001 to 2009, a time period that coincides with his reality TV stardom and his penchant for hobnobbing with New York City's elite. During this time, he was often seen at high-profile events, mingling with influential figures from various political backgrounds. But then, like a phoenix rising from the ashes of a spray tan gone wrong, he re-emerged as a Republican in 2012, embracing the Tea Party movement and its disdain for, well, pretty much everything. This marked a significant shift in his political journey, aligning himself with a more conservative base and setting the stage for his eventual presidential run. Well, there you have it, folks. 10 rare facts about Donald Trump that you probably didn't know, and let's be honest, some of them you probably wish you could unknow. If you enjoyed this bizarre trip down memory lane, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, because as we all know, Donald Trump definitely wouldn't. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the lives of the rich, the famous, and the occasionally baffling. From collecting soda bottles to battling billionaires in the WWE ring, Donald Trump's life has been anything but ordinary.